I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Attention students, or singing, filming/editing, piano, drums, violin, gymnastics, STEM, and more? Well, MNS Community Stars is the place for you. We are giving scholarships for our first Out to School Time program. It's September 30th. Spaces are limited. You won't want to miss this opportunity. Please come to Miss Lee's office to retrieve them and turn them into your home room teacher, and they will return it to Miss Lee.
Do I celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month? If eating tons of food with my family counts, then yes, very much so.
I absolutely celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month. It's amazing. We talk, we share love, and we eat.
My dad's the Mexican side. My mom is actually British. It was really cool to have a mom who wasn't from the culture, who embraced the culture so much. Thanks, Mom. Love you.
I'm a Jewish, Cuban, Panamanian, Spaniard, Hispanic, Latin, everything, all mixed together.
It was beautiful to see, and it taught me at a very young age to embrace all cultures, to really keep an open eye.
My Israeli grandma ended up learning a lot of the Hispanic dishes and how to make them, like your mom also, embracing the culture.
And anything that you do, you gotta have corazón.
If there was a recipe for my success,
The main ingredients would be honesty,
be yourself,
courage,
#1 ingredient,
love.
we make everything con corazón.
It's always nice to eat with family. Look at this Disney family, right?
Celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month on Disney Channel.
I was exposed to the Heart to Heart mission, which is a group of surgeons and, well, a heart team that goes to the Dominican Republic. And they perform about 10 open heart surgeries in 1 week. They do this 2 or 3 times a year. I will describe it as an epiphany to me. Then was able to scrub into a few cases, and I can tell you, the day they allowed me to make the first incision was the day that I decided I was going to be a heart surgeon. My field, cardiothoracic, deals with lung malignancies. I deal with a lot of heart disease. And when I take care of a of a Spanish-speaking patient, and I'm able to have that connection with them and take them through the whole scenarios, all the procedure, the expectations, I think I take down their barriers, I take down their fears, and it makes a difference.
Hello everyone, happy Tuesday. I'm Coy Wire. Thanks for making us part of your day at CNN 10. Let's kick off our show with a discussion on the 4-day work week. Sounds good, right, teachers? Is it possible though? Is it better? The concept of the 4-day work week is simple. Get paid the same, but only work 4 days a week. A growing list of companies are testing shorter work weeks to avoid employee burnout, especially as the United States is faced with a tight labor market and employers are doing more to attract talent. Workers are burned out from the pandemic and are putting greater value on personal time. Quiet quitting and the Great Resignation are popular terms in offices all across the country. This week, 28 companies in the U.S. and Canada began a 6-month pilot program of shortened work weeks in partnership with a nonprofit called 4-Day Week Global. And this isn't the first program of its kind. Companies that participated in a pilot program in Britain say they saw no loss in productivity during a similar experiment, and in some cases, they saw significant improvement Employees say they have more time to spend with their families, to invest in hobbies, and to sleep. Now, all this, they say, boosts their well-being, therefore making them more productive at work. Many companies that try a 4-day work week, they say they'll likely keep them going. But it's also important to note that the 4-day work week is not the norm, and for some industries, it's not even possible. Companies in manufacturing and service industries and restaurants, they need to hire more people for more shifts, which would cut profits and ultimately impact the consumers. Let's hear more now from CNN Chief Business Correspondent Christine Romans.
5 days pay, 4 days work. A 4-day work week.
4-day work week. Sounds amazing, right?
Shorter work week, same pay.
More than 180 companies and thousands of employees around the globe have joined a 6-month pilot program to see how a 4-day work week could function for their businesses. And so far, the experience has been
Positive.
Chaotic. We didn't know what we were doing. We were all over the shop.
It sounds like an idea fresh out of the pandemic, a Silicon Valley dream, right? Not quite. The reality is that the desire for a shorter work week goes back a long time, a really long time.
In the 1970s, it was fairly popular and people were talking about the crisis of leisure, and then it faded from view for a long time.
I guess the tide has gone out and we've seen just how strapped we all were with our work lives and home lives and lack of balance there.
The pandemic turbocharged the 4-day week because employers started, having to figure out some solutions to the stress and burnout. But the other thing is remote work, because one of the things that we hear from management is that remote work taught management it could trust its employees.
Okay, so let's talk about the basic parameters then of the 4-day week global pilot program.
The requirements are no reduction in pay, so all employees are still getting their 5 days pay, and there must be a meaningful reduction in work time. So the vast majority are going to a 4-day, 32-hour week. You've got to figure out how to do it so that you can maintain your productivity and your output and so forth.
Why did you guys decide to try this?
There was enough evidence out there that suggested that companies, particularly like Kickstarter, can successfully transition to a 4-day work week while maintaining or improving productivity. But we were also looking at the way that work was changing given the pandemic. We moved to fully remote, and we just saw people that were burnt out and tired, and retaining our employees, making it easier to hire employees, and making sure our employees were happy at home is really why we decided to pursue it.
The first 6 weeks, navigating those was really, really hard. After that first weekend of us doing 4 days and then, having either the Friday or the Monday off, I thought, what have I done? I'm gonna ruin this business without even trying.
But now fast forward, you've had the mindset shift, you figured out the handovers.
Yep.
People came in, the workers were fighting for it to keep the 4-day work week. And how are you now?
We're doing amazing now. By the time we had kind of gotten into that 4th month, it really started to go together. And one of the big benefits we've seen is just the perspective and almost kind of freshness that people bring to work with them because of those 4 days, and that 5th day really giving them time to do stuff they want to do.